Hi, I'm Joss.
Hi, I'm Claudia.
And this is the Let's Get Down to Business podcast.
We're two cousins on opposite ends of the globe with a lot of opinions about figure skating.
And we are here to deliver the news, recaps, and want to remind everyone with Sofia Samodurova to 1, don't pick up the phone. You know he's only calling because he's drunk and alone. Hello, welcome to our, well, I guess originally Cup of China, but now Grand Prix Italy, 2 episodes.
It's all right, don't worry. Like when I was searching for GP Italy, also known as Gran Premio d'Italia, I definitely butchered that. All that came up was Formula One, and then I realized that Formula One, big in Italy, but also called the Grand Prix, and I was like, I need to chuck on the figure skating at the end now. Otherwise, I'll be looking at pictures of cars instead of skaters. Like most American male pair skaters, they love their cars. But we're not here to talk about them today.
No, we do get a break. Why don't we start with some news?
Yes, so it's not really like too much of happy news, I guess. We're going to start off with Rika Kihira, who is withdrawn from the NHK trophy due to a right ankle injury. Brian also did give an interview saying that it's been a chronic injury that Rika has had, and he wants Rika to, fully recover from it if she's going to compete well at the Olympics, and would rather her fully recover and not feel the pain before she gets back on the ice again. So speedy recovery to her, because we don't like injuries in Olympic season, especially this close to December.
Yes, unfortunately, another athlete who has been plagued by injuries is Brady Tennell.
Oh dearie, Brady, withdrawing from Warsaw Trophy as well. What number competition is this that Brady's withdrawn from?
Gosh, I want to say like 3 or 4. Very, very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Here at the Grand Prix, she was replaced by Nicole Schott from Germany.
And Nicole was a lovely addition to this Grand Prix, but I'm really kind of keen to see Brady soon. Please, hopefully at nationals, or at least by nationals, would be very nice.
Yes, I mean, not at the expense of her injury and her health, but would be very nice to see her in a healthy state, asterisk.
And on a slightly lighter note, we have news from Serafima Sehanovic, who's a fan favorite. She's officially retired, which is sad, but she's now working as a coach. So hopefully she has some little bubs that she'll bring up, all well and healthy. So that is some semi-nice news for the women.
Yes, we also had 2 more withdrawals, unfortunately. They were, I guess, maybe a slight silver lining to these withdrawals because they were replaced by 2 Italian athletes, and the audience, as well as our announcer, really liked that a lot and hyped them up. So the 2 Italian athletes that got to skate were Lara Naki-Gutmann and Lucrezia Beccari.
Yes, and they took place of Lin Shan and Chen Hongyi, who were supposed to skate in Grand Prix of China. Oh wait, Grand Prix of China? Cup of China. But didn't end up going.
I think China has some extremely strict COVID regulations, so a lot of athletes are not allowed to travel at this time.
Yeah, they sent a few, but didn't send the other half. So a bit of an interesting situation here, but we'll talk about that, especially in the pairs event.
Yes, but let's talk about women later. Let us start with pairs.
Good old pairs and the side-by-side jumps once again.
Continuing our search, although it didn't have to look too hard with these top teams here.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. How about let's start off with what's going on with all the withdrawals. Let's have a quick mention of Annika Hocke and Robert Kunkel from Germany, who skated to great ABBA music for their short program, Lay All Your Love on Me and Voulez-Vous. Like, great music choices.
Oh my gosh.
In my personal opinion.
This was fulfilling my ABBA dreams. I heard that song and I was like, you know what? This is the ABBA mix that I wanted after 0 of my ABBA dreams came true last season. And unfortunately, we did not get to see their free skate, but Ruel is the artist who sang the song of my first dance at my wedding. So unfortunately, they did withdraw because on his Instagram, he said that he was not feeling well. That is very concerning. Hopefully, it's not COVID. But I'm very sad that I didn't get to see them in the free skate because their short program was greatly mixed. Greatly mixed.
Exactly. The sound mixing was on point, deserves a Grammy. And I was really excited for the song choices as well. I did notice that those weren't really ABBA costumes. I was expecting something more ABBA-y. However, I will take a great sound mix.
But they're good costumes.
They're good costumes, they're fine. But then after last week where we saw Piper and Paul literally deliver bright orange costumes, I was expecting something on that level. They could do more.
It's true. They could do more.
But I honestly thought that Robert was skating with a flu at the start. I didn't, this is before he made his announcement, but I was like, I swear, like, he looks like his nose is all stuffy. And I was like, is he healthy right now? And apparently he wasn't.
It's stuffy nose energy. It's not good.
Stuffy nose energy.
Yeah, the opening triple twist, she fell and almost pulled him down too. There were a few steps where she was just they were both stumbling along.
Yeah. I thought he was like almost dropping her after the catch. Anyway, who knows? It was a bit of a mess.
It was, yeah, that triple twist was probably not what they planned.
But we do hope that Robert gets well soon and hope that it's not COVID. And we hope that we see the other side by Ruel soon for their free skate because we love Ruel.
Yes. He was struggling so much in the kiss and cry. She was holding one of his hands with both of her hands, maybe to not allow the germs to escape. Kind of really keep them in there. Maybe the right hand is the highway for the germs. What the fuck am I saying? I don't know. Anyways, let's move on to our next pair. Let's talk about our Italian pair, Sara Conti and Nicolo Macchi.
Yes, they actually I really enjoyed their music choices here. So for their short program, they skated to Oblivion Una Sombra Mas. Again, a lovely Asso Piazzolla piece. Yeah, I didn't mind them at all. They had very nice lifts. Sara had lovely positions, but not really, I guess, what they were looking for. They only scored a 54.55 in the short program.
No, I think a big part of that is because they have a double twist in both their programs instead of a triple twist, and that really just kind of kills the base value there. And also it doesn't help that they had the other troubles. He stumbled out of his triple loop in the short program and then had some real trouble with the lifts in the free skate.
Oh gosh, I remember that. Oh yeah. There was one point in their free skate, which is to Billie Jean by David Cook, which I really enjoyed.
Oh my gosh. Do you remember those years when David Cook was the winner of American Idol? Oh, simpler days.
Oh, when American Idol was... Wait, is American Idol still running?
You know, I don't know. I'm not the best person to ask.
It's all Masked Singer nowadays.
Yeah, it's all Masked Singer for me.
Who cares about American Idol?
No more humans singing. It's the olden days.
Just the animatronics.
I love a good animatronic.
But yes, that lift, I had a moment. I feel like they had a moment where everyone's like heart just collectively stopped. He was not able to get her up properly and she had trouble holding her position. It was just struggle straight all the way through.
It was not good, unfortunately. And with the double twist just lacking the base value points, just not a lot there that they could do. However, that there was a very nice triple sow Euler double sow in the free skate. So
yeah, it wasn't bad at all. Also, he did look kind of like an Italian Steve Jobs in that free skate costume.
Is that good?
And I don't know if that's good here. You know,
I think it's just a comment.
It's just a comment.
Neutral
I was
comment.
just like, yeah. Anyway, let's move on to our sixth place finishers, and that would be Alina Pepeleva and Roman Pleshkov.
Don't think this was the competition that they were really looking for here.
It's a shame because I really like them aesthetically. They move well together. I really like their programs as well, especially the free program. It's their second season of skating it. You can really tell that they're comfortable with it. Just... for some reason, the technical side just didn't hit at all.
Yes, him again with this very unfortunate all-gray costume with the loose, thin material for their short program.
But Alina looks gorgeous. She looks gorgeous.
I agree. They looked so sad. I was like, oh.
Yeah. Especially her, she was so dejected in the kiss and cry.
In the short program, especially.
Like I said before, I really prefer their overall package, more so than Yulia and Mikhail. But, one of them didn't perform, and it was unfortunately them. Even in the short program, the combo spin was really, really out of sync. In their free program, the side-by-side triple toes, Alina goes down in both programs and it was called under-rotated. Lovely music. Technical side didn't match.
No, which is unfortunate because especially in the free skate, they got a level 4 on all of their other elements, which shows that their skill is really quite at a high level because they are really good, but this is just not their event.
No. And I mean, after Skate America, which they didn't do like too well in either, I just hope they pick up for the rest of the season.
I agree. Let's move on to our friends who, our Italian friends who I think in their either the planned content or one of the sheets said that they were skating to Evanescence, and then the music came on and it was Mambo Italiano, and that was the biggest whiplash that I've had all year.
So I checked their ISU bios and their music before the competition, and I made sure that it said like 2021-22, and I thought it was Evanescence, and I got so excited, and then Mambo Italiano comes on and I'm like, I'm in an alternate universe.
Imagine going to like an Evanescence concert and expecting Amy Lee.
Wow.
And then folks come out and sing Mambo Italiano.
And you're just like,
would you want your money back? Would you pay more? Pay the premium.
I'd be questioning if this was the opening act, and I'm like, wow, this is like, they really want to switch up their branding, don't they?
I do enjoy supporting opening acts, but that would be quite a lot.
I don't know whether this was supporting. This seems a bit more like perpendicular, but
I mean,
it wasn't bad.
At least it was fun.
Yeah, it was a fun program.
There was some trouble with the triple twist and the side-by-side triple sals. Just a little off there. However, big return with the big ol' throw triple lutz there.
Yeah, well done there. But yes, the side-by-side jumps. I was just like, do we really expect anything else?
You know, I never go into pairs expecting fantastic side-by-side jumps. Yeah, again in the free skate, side-by-side jumps, such a struggle here. So unfortunate. The distance between them on the ice was like, it was all of the ice.
They could fit around 5 Alexa and Brandons in between them.
5
There was so much distance, you know, between the side-by-side jumps, as in like between them two, that the camera person couldn't even keep both of them in frame at the same time.
And Alexa and Brandon are not necessarily the closest of folks.
Exactly. No. This free skate was a bit of a mess in some places. Like, I've never seen someone pop a throw before. I don't think I've ever seen that. That was a bit odd.
Oh, that looked almost dangerous? I'm not sure.
I feel like Rebecca was borrowing one of Nicole Delamonica's unitards, but that unitard was fire. The back was awesome. I want to see her her closet. If she's got like just kind of a history of her costumes, like how many unitards are there? Like, does she have multiple renditions, like as a backup?
Oh my gosh, it would be very different looking than my closet, which is just full of black Lululemon Aligns as a mother.
As a mother, what do you mean? I share the exact same closet. But I feel like this pair, they have decent quality in them. I feel like they're really rough around the edges, especially in certain points, and they need to up their technical side. But otherwise, I feel like if they could stay around for the next quad, they could be quite good contenders to fill the shoes of Della and Guarise.
Oh my gosh, they're so fun, especially in Mambo Italiano, the opener to Evanescence.
But speaking of the king and queen of unitards, let's move on to Nicole Dellamonica and Matteo Guarise.
Who unfortunately have announced that they will retire after the season. I mean, I think folks were expecting it, but there you go. Now it's officially out there.
Yes, it is unfortunate, but they've been around for a long time, and I feel like the music choices for both the short and the free skate, they're a moment, and they're also kind of like a really nice farewell, which makes me teary.
I know, truly. And if we've learned anything from this season, it is retire while you're ahead.
All right, so for their short program, they kept this short program from last season, and it's to Let It Be, but the Across the Universe soundtrack version, which I very much appreciate because that soundtrack is a godsend.
It truly is. I once had a tattoo artist tell me that I really reminded them of this one character in Across the Universe. Sadly to say, I've not seen it yet, but that's besides the point. Speaking of unitards, we had two very nice, pretty much identical unitards here. The only difference was that she had a low V back in her unitard and he did not. Unfortunately, also, they both fell on their side-by-side triple sows. I was like, oh, there they both go.
Nicole and Matteo, it's not side-by-side falls, it's side-by-side landed jumps, but that's okay.
The unison was good, though.
Great unison, that would plus GOEs, right? But they did come back with a lovely throw triple loop.
Very big, very nice.
Yes. But apart from the side-by-side falls, I really like the cover of Let It Be. I feel like the program was quite lovely. They did score 65.12. And I also quite enjoyed their free program, which, yes, it's to Moulin Rouge. However, if you didn't know, you wouldn't have known because they chose Nature Boy and Your Song. And I love Nature Boy so much. It's probably one of my favorite songs of all time. All sorts of covers. It's just, I love a good minor key. I really love a minor key. And Nature Boy is in a minor key. So thank you for skating to it.
As an indoorsy person, I just don't love Nature Boys in general. That's besides
I feel like
point.
you don't like Nature Boys in a specific kind of realm, which is the, hi, I'm on Bumble and look at me and my photo of my fish.
Look at me and my tuna.
Look, that's the Nature Boy that you don't like.
2 for 1. Tuna for 1. Okay, it's too much.
Wow. No, that's excellent. I like that one. Tuna for 1. However, Nature Boy as a song is excellent.
Unfortunately, didn't quite do it for these two here. You know what I really wanted to see? I wanted to see them podium to a home crowd, but alas,
That would have been lovely.
Nature Boys have struck again.
But the side-by-side jumps they were all doubles. Well, Nicole popped the opening double sow. I think Matteo stepped out of his triple sow. Then the side-by-side double toe. I was like, ooh, okay.
Oh no. And then Nicole fell on the throw triple loop, and I was like, oh no. Falls on throws are always very sad to me.
Yeah, because, they're never going to be nice falls on throws. The girl's literally getting chucked.
No, there's never a cute fall.
But she did manage to land on her feet for the throw triple sow, albeit
Unfortunately, it was both of them.
double-footed.
Hopefully, the next time that we see them, they will be able to clean up that free skate quite a bit. But I do really love both of these programs for them. I think they are great legacy programs. I, again, really wanted to see them podium in front of a home crowd, but alas, I just hope that the free skate looks a little cleaner next time.
Just like we want the earth to look.
Those Nature Boys really getting out there to help the earth look
Nature
cleaner.
Boy. But yes, they might not have podiumed here, but the stadium announcer and the crowd definitely gave them a real big reception. Let's talk about our third place finishers who pipped Nicole and Matteo to the podium. That would be Yulia Artemeva and Mikhail Nazarychev.
This was like a junior jazz duet at Dance Explosions because he
Legit.
was adjusting his bow tie with a smug look on his face as she pushed him onto the ice for their starting position.
Oh my god. Just picture in your brain the entering onto the stage, the linoleum stage of a dance competition, but she's like shuffling backwards with her hands out in front of her.
Oh,
and he's like
no.
sauntering
The
onto
Page
stage.
Highland.
The Page Highland, ladies and gentlemen. But I do love the artist soundtrack.
Yes, it is a good one. I did enjoy that quite a bit.
And we also do love the theatrics coming into this program. Their coaching team, they love to choreograph things into the opening position, which is also very kind of Page Highland. It's not just her, it's just dance moms, but
It's great. I like it. Keep it.
keep
Do
it.
your thing.
Me too. Their short program though, unfortunate fall on the throw triple flip, and really kind of a rough one at that. Like we said, there's no really like cute falls in pairs throws because Yulia essentially landed in and then spun out in the splits.
Yeah, I was going to say she was like doing the splits on the ice, a la, unfortunately, Kevin Amos from 2 weeks ago. Sorry to remind everyone about that, but
Yes.
no one likes to fall in the splits.
Really?
Not one person.
No, definitely not. Especially after a throw, I'm just like, your limbs aren't supposed to go in that direction at all. But they did recover for a nice side-by-side triple toes.
Yes, they did. And their spins were fantastic. Although I do think that their flow of the elements needs a little bit of help, especially in the first half of this. I think that in the second half, they kind of settled in a little bit. But they really did look like they were thinking about things in the first half. But I think that that will come with time.
Sure, they're still quite young. Yulia's only 16, Mikhail's only 20. I feel like they do their elements really well, but in between, like you said, not yet as mature or as fleshed out as we would like to see or typically see from a senior pair. But well done on their combo spin in the short program. That was very, very well done. And in the free skate, they skated to Fire on Fire by Sam Smith, as well as Kronos by Kirill Richter. Kirill Richter's really having a great season with these Russian skaters. Must be getting all them royalties.
Very busy.
You know what was really busy though? His shirt in the free skate. What the hell was going on there?
It was very busy, wasn't it?
Yulia was dressed like a butterfly, and I do not know what Misha was dressed like. Same colors.
But they were not perfect. But in comparison to the rest of the field, they definitely performed better, and that helped them onto the podium, especially in comparison to Della Monica and Guarise's free skate. They did perform their elements better. However, again, need help with the flow, need help with transitions, and their connection.
Yeah, I didn't really see a connection or feel a connection between the two, nor with the music that much. Hopefully it'll get better as they get older, but for now their technical elements are good. I don't know how Yulia was landing those throws, but look, we like it on one foot. Gets you the points. Really creative lift at the end as well. And you know what I found a bit nuts is they're scoring the free skate. Their technical elements essentially matched Peng and Jin's, but they were 9 points behind Peng and Jin in PCS, which it's rightfully so. Rightfully so.
You know what?
It is right,
like, that
but just
right.
that you can see how much work in PCS that they have to do, because technically they're up there, they can compete, and I feel like that's the case a lot of the time for these junior pairs. So yeah, hopefully they can stick around for a bit and we can see some improvement from them, because we love to see growth and development, don't we?
It's true. And also a theatrical opening.
True. Very true.
Speak of the devil, let's talk about our silver medalists, who are really, really growing on me. I was unsure about them for a little while, but
I know. Growth and development.
I love the character growth. That is Peng and Jin from China.
Okay, did you ever expect that they would be skating to Piano and I, like Moonlight Sonata by Alicia Keys, and No One by Alicia Keys? Like, my 2000s loving mind is blown right now.
I was a little bit unsure about the program and the music. In the first half,
Me
there were just a
too.
lot of layers. It was like when I went to the Ed Sheeran concert and he was recording each layer separately and then put them all together very methodically. It was kind of like that.
I love that though. I love those. I love looping machines and vocoders. They're dope.
It's true. It's true.
I was thinking that you were going to go with like a clothes layer type analogy, but Ed Sheeran analogy can also work.
But there was Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran just decided to pop into the chat and say like, hey, and then like leave. But apparently this short program, was done with the help of Marie-France Dubray. Surprise, surprise. Peng and Jin said in an interview that they saw Marie-France yesterday, as in at the competition, and they were just like, we saw the real person, the real Marie-France. And I'm like, oh my God, you're just fanboying and fangirling over her, which I would too, because she looked fab here. Apparently they've been working together with them for around 2 years, and gotten a lot of advice and tips from them, including some ice dance steps. I love to see ice dancers work with pairs and singles, because we would love to see more lovely edges throughout the other disciplines as well. So good for them. You can tell that their skating skills and flow have improved as well as their personality. It's becoming, you can feel it in the back row now.
Oh, I love them. And then they skated so well in the short program, and she was so happy. She was like jumping up and down.
I know.
Love them. Love them. However, the bottommost layer of the skirt of her dress does not work. It needs to be properly ombre.
Yeah, maybe, Ed Sheeran can, fix some stuff in post as well.
Does he ombre well?
I don't know if he ombres well, but maybe somebody needs to edit it.
Ed Sheeran was just there, so he had an extra set of helping hands.
He had a sewing kit at this Grand Prix, just out of nowhere. They're just like, oh my god, Ed Sheeran.
Out of all celebrities, I think Ed Sheeran would have a sewing kit and a cookie tin just kind of on hand.
I feel like he'd be one of those people, with this is very 2000s as well. Like when you open your jacket and you've got like a variety of things in your inside pocket. It's just like, here's my sewing kit. Here are my cookies. Do you want nail clippers? I have them too. Just an array of things in the, inside of his jacket.
Oh my gosh. What Peng and Jin had in their inner pockets of their jacket are very big elements. They had a huge triple twist, a yay for the side-by-side triple toes, big throw triple loops.
Huge. And we love that. Did they also have that same ending position in, for previous seasons' programs? I swear. I mean, it works well for them. Lovely. Impactful.
It does. They have some very good positions and shapes. So if it works, don't change it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Unless your name is Daniil Gleichengaus, then change a lot of things because we've seen them way too many times. But what we haven't seen before is this new free skate to the Banquet soundtrack by Tan Dun, and these costumes are so beautiful.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this so much. And you know what else is beautiful is the choreography. It's so good for them.
Yes.
Like I said, their strengths are creating some of these really amazing positions and shapes in their lifts. And the choreo just really, really emphasizes those. So
yes, good on them. The elements weren't really on point.
Yeah, not perfect.
Not perfect. A few holding onto the landings, few step outs here and there. However, I don't think we really care. We just really enjoyed to see them. We really just enjoyed seeing them skate here. It was funny. I thought right before they were heading into the final lift, I swear I heard Cheng just yell, "Hey, lift your head," to Jin Young, and she was just like, yeah, and because he was gas at the end, she was just like, "Oi, lift your head up, let's go." But I feel like this program will do very well at the Olympics.
To a home crowd, I might say.
Exactly, to a home crowd. However, unfortunately, they're not going to their scheduled next Grand Prix, which was Grand Prix of France. No one's ever called it Grand Prix of France. Yeah, so it was a decision made by the Chinese Skating Federation, just as a health and safety concern. It's very, very strict in China. And so when they go back after this Grand Prix, they'll have to quarantine as well. There's a whole variety of issues here. The Beijing Olympics is also very, very tight and controlled. So it'll be unfortunate that we don't see them at the Grand Prix final. However, we know that we're going to see them at Nationals and most likely the Olympics. So very keen for them.
Yes. Speaking of the first spot, our friends... Who am I kidding? I only wish they were my friends.
I wish.
Claudia, my only friend is you.
I wish.
And Ed Sheeran.
I know.
My only friend. I put off all nature boys after this episode. No nature boys ever going to want to be my friend. Only the ones that occasionally go outside.
I don't think Ed Sheeran's a nature boy, so that's all good.
All right. Anyways, let's talk about our friends Sui and Han. They'll be our friends just for the context of this episode.
This Mission Impossible short program is everything. I think it's the full package. I love it so much. It's a great vehicle for them. I just love it. And the side-by-side jumps were good. I mean, Wenjing was a bit forward on her landing, but I didn't see that. No one saw it.
No, I didn't see that. Who saw that? Not me. Yeah, not their strongest triple toes, not their strongest side-by-side triple toes. However, humongous throw triple flip, easy triple twist. I was like, so easy, maybe I could try one. Just kidding.
I will try one in my dreams.
I'll try one in my dreams.
I think Ed
Sheeran can throw me. Let's talk about their free program. Also gorgeous. Side-by-side triple cells. They happened this time.
And the triple toe, double toes. I could have called it there. I was like, That's it. We're good. Olympic gold medalists. Here we are. However, I was like, truly though, the Olympic gold medal is really going to come down to the side-by-side jumps, isn't it? Like, whoever lands them at the Olympics, especially in that free program.
It's true. However, something that we also did not see, and probably no one else saw, is coming out of the last lift. I feel like there was perhaps a balance issue, perhaps a grip issue. Who knows?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Cong had to, put an arm up to hold Wenjing in place, but whatever, no one saw it. It wasn't an issue at all. We also didn't see the double-footed throw triple sow. That's fine.
No, don't see that either.
So Sui and Han definitely ran away with a victory here. But what made me truly tear up was how Wenjing was talking about their free program in the press conference. And I was just like, why do you have to say this? I was happy with my tear ducts, not being run dry. But whatever. She was like on the meaning behind the free skate, she said, this program was choreographed in 2017 when I was recovering from injury, and Congke, as in like brother Cong, was my bridge. And over all these years, including Cong, who had his own surgery, and we became each other's bridge. I was like, what the hell? And then she goes, when we choreographed it with Laurie, we were so moved that we cried. We felt that even if she was on the other side of the screen and we couldn't reach her, we still had this bridge between our hearts.
Oh, crying.
And we believed that we would compete this beloved program together to touch everyone. And then she was also like, we also want to say our new motto for the Olympics is unity. I hope we can be the bridge for everyone, to support everyone and express our Olympic spirit. But then I was thinking, with Sui and Han as well as Peng Jin, if y'all think about it, the fight for the podium at the Olympics is going to be tough, because we're not even including the top Russian teams here.
It's true. However,
and
they
the
are
Americans.
my pick. Sui and Han are my picks. So.
Oh yeah. The judges will not see any of their mistakes.
No,
I'm putting that out there into the universe. It's not going to happen.
No.
They'll all have collective eye failure.
Yeah, no one's vision will be functioning at that point.
Yeah. And Sheeran, come with your like kit of like anything
Kit
you
of
have in
what?
your jacket. I have no idea. Oh, anyway, okay, I'm delirious. It's fine. Let's move on to our women.
Yeah, let's move on to our women. Again, we had a couple withdrawals, a couple of Italian athletes that got to skate here instead.
And I feel like the crowd loved it.
Oh my gosh, this crowd really, really gunning for these Italian athletes, which is so
great.
Nice, actually, to
it's
see.
really great. We know that the crowd wasn't that populous in this Turin arena.
No.
However,
enthusiasm in spades, though.
Exactly. They were cheering loudly, they were clapping loudly, so that was very nice to hear and to see. Also, all the skaters were skating in the 2006 Turin Olympic Arena, which would have been gnarly. That would have been wild. As well as Karolina Kostner was there. She just popped up at the beginning of the feed. I was like, oh, hi.
All right, let's talk about our first Italian athlete, our 12th place finisher, Lucrezia Beccari. She skated to the Limelight soundtrack by Charlie Chaplin for her short program, and very unfortunately for her, Song for the Little Sparrow for her free skate.
Yeah, very unfortunately for her. That is true. At least she didn't have to skate after Satoko in the short program, because that would have been...
Or before.
Yeah, that would have been doubly.
I mean, like immediately before.
Yeah, that would have been doubly bad. At least it was a different program. However, I mean, gorgeous music picks for both the short and the free skate. Unfortunately, I think she needs to have more spring and lift in her jumps. It doesn't look like she's getting enough of that pop. Also, I don't think the movements that she was doing really connected with the music. I think she also received a time violation deduction, as well as another deduction from the fall in the short program, so that really just hurt her chances from the get-go.
Yes, I agree. And to do a Charlie Chaplin program, you really have to sell Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah, to the back row.
And also the free skate to Song for the Little Sparrow. Again, not a fantastic skate. However, she was smiling throughout, and I'm glad that the crowd was very, very into her. Let's move on to our 11th place finisher, her compatriot, Lara Naki-Gutman.
I feel like her short program dress is very reminiscent of Kari's. Do you agree?
Oh, yeah, that's true. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but yeah, now that you say it, I agree.
Yeah, it's got the kind of like the strappy vibe, same colors. It's lovely. Lara's an interesting one. I think she's a lovely skater with really nice qualities, including solid jumps, but she just can't seem to skate well and clean in competitions. Beautiful spinner. I think that I can't remember which competition it was, but there was one maybe senior or maybe junior comp where she did really, really well in the short program and surprised everyone and was in the last group going into the free skate. So we know that if she can skate clean, she can do really, really well. And I hope she sticks around for the next quad and I want to see her improve and become more consistent and clean up her jumping technique a little.
I agree. Unfortunately, like Lucrezia, she really struggled with her jumps in both programs. However, where she bested her was in the free skate, struggled a little bit less, which is why she came in 11th. And the blue and gold costume was very nice, the Scheherazade costume. Again, not quite as many issues as Lucrezia, so she ended up 11th.
Yes, she did. And in 10th was the late addition to the circuit, and that is Nicole Schott.
Oh, I really enjoyed her. A little 2-week throwback to Amber Glenn with the the free skate music there.
Rain in your black eyes with a little bit of a blue on the costume. Well, I like the blue. I just didn't like the blue where the blue was.
It was so weird. It looked like a high-neck sports bra over a mesh shirt. I was very confused.
It wasn't even like a high mesh sports bra. It's one of those kind of like shell bras, like shell bikinis. Do you know?
Sure.
Anyway,
it was a little odd the way that it was struck. It looked great up close, but the far away, really not sure about that.
However, I did love the short program costume. It was
that was a good costume.
Adios Nonino, really which is great. And she looked like sleek. There was a dope cut out on the side. Not too blingy. Her hair was like slicked back with a nice side bun and a flower. I really vibed with it.
The hair was very good.
Very vibe.
My baby hairs could never.
Story of my fucking life. Oh, my baby hairs.
Anyways, it's not a podcast about my baby hairs.
Nicole did all right. In the short program, she did a triple toe with a step out on the second toe. It was called under, but a good double axel as well. And the free program was marginally better.
It was marginally better. She does have the same music as Amber, but Amber like really sells it. Nicole, not quite as much. And also she has a couple of triple double combos, which not the most base value out of the women here. And a couple of mistakes in the opening jumping passes. Her triple toe, the second triple toe was called on the quarter, and she had a big old step out of her triple flip.
This competition and all the step outs.
All them step outs.
Unless you were competing in men's, then you weren't stepping out, you were falling. Anyway, we'll get to that.
Let's not talk about men until we actually get there.
Until we actually have to. In 9th place was ZHU Yi, skating for China. She originally is from the US and obviously has switched countries. She skated to this interesting painted black version for a short program. I
was really confused about that until I heard it and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
There it is.
There was this kind of like a Middle Eastern take on painted black. She accompanied it with some stereotypical Middle Eastern arms. Not sure if I was a fan.
Not actual Middle Eastern arms, appropriated ones, which is the problem here.
Jeff Bottle did all right. He knows how to choreograph a step sequence because that, I don't know, like a switch went off in her brain and that step sequence was lovely. She like picked up speed and it was gorgeous, but just the speed did not translate to any other part of the program, I feel.
No, I wrote skating very slowly, so very really could pick up the speed there. But yeah, during the step sequence, really maybe just the gears were turning for the rest of it. She had a pretty nice triple flip double toe opening jumping pass.
Yeah, and I also don't mind the crop tops, crossed with a skirt vibe with the mesh in the middle for the illusion of a two-piece. I feel like that's it's very like ice dance, but I vibe with it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. The free skate to some Andrew Lloyd Webber here.
Sunset Boulevard. Good old Andrew Lloyd Webber. I think I saw a TikTok or a video of a 90-year-old Andrew Lloyd Webber absolutely smashing it out at a club doing a remix of Phantom of the Opera.
You know what? I know some figure skating men that would really enjoy a remixed Phantom of the Opera.
By the way, Andrew Lloyd Webber is not actually 90. He's 73. So somebody who definitely knows how to connect to an audience, but unfortunately perpetually disappoints, is the wonderful Eunsoo Lim.
Oh no. I feel so bad. I just really root for her quite a lot. She's had a rough couple of seasons. Okay, so the short program to El Tango de Roxanne.
Okay, I know you have issues with this music choice.
I do. I just see Tessa and Scott. I'm so sorry.
Not even the same discipline. Like, I get it.
My brain just won't rewire. That is a really hard word to say. Rewire.
She skates so well, though.
She really does.
It's a killer of a program.
Really clean, apart from the unfortunate fall in the flip. Very clean. And I also really enjoy this costume. Something about it looks very neat and tidy, especially her baby hairs all tucked in there.
Yes. Although I'm not a fan of the black tights. Why is this such a trend now?
Oh, no, it's true. Maybe it's a fall thing. Everyone's having a Red Taylor's version moment.
If that's the reason, then I don't mind it. But maybe by the Olympics when it's probably winter. But yeah, I love this program. It's really, really good. Although the music cuts were a little sketch. I was like, I know this music very, very well. And I know that it's been cut not so well.
I think that's maybe the issue, is that like we hear it in our heads a very certain specific way. And you're like, oh.
True. Yeah. But everyone's talking about how the fight for the Russian women trying to get those 3 Olympic spots is going to be a shit show. What about the Korean women? We've got Eunsoo, we've got Haein, Young, Yelim. There's only 2 Korean women going to the Olympics. Oh. 2 of them are going to miss out.
It's going to be rough. Unfortunately, with a free skate performance like this.
Oh, gosh.
Hopefully she doesn't have one of these again, because it was really so much not going well for her here.
I mean, the only thing that was going for her was a really gorgeous dress for East of Eden.
Oh my gosh. Korean women have amazing costumes, I must say. They know how to match the color of their costumes to the music. I love it.
Well.
She tried her best in the second half, but so many mistakes on the jumping passes in the first half that I just don't think that her performance in the second half could make up for it.
Definitely not salvageable. She opened with a triple lutz, triple toe, and a fall, which, that really bummed me out because I really thought she was going to land it. The next triple flip was shaky. She popped into a single loop, then finally lands a triple lutz, double toe, double loop, and then the triple flip was just a mess. I'm just going to perpetually wait for Eunsoo to skate this program clean, because if it's clean,
it's such a good program.
It's for sure going to be a moment. But also, the girl needs more conditioning, because she got her hands on her knees both.
Oh, she was huffing and puffing.
After both the short and the free skate.
It's true. I just have been rooting for her for a long time. She's had a really rough couple of seasons. And then the short program, yes, she fell, but I think it was redeemable. But I just think that with the jumps in the first half of the second, or the free skate, it's just couldn't do enough there.
And the choreography was great in both programs as well.
I agree. Just not her event. Maybe next time.
Oh, but wait. Judge 2 in the free skate. Judge 2, 5, and 7, giving her 6.25s through to 6.75s in PCS.
Oh, no.
Sasha Trusova's out there getting 9s.
I mean, I know that she did fall a lot, but...
And I know the judging in this comp was kind of better or more reasonable / lower than what we've seen in the past GPs. But still, these PCS are an absolute sham. And we'll get to that later.
Yes. We'll get to that later. Someone who was doing quite a bit is our 7th place finisher, Sofia Samodurova.
That is an understatement. That's an understatement.
Oh my goodness.
And doing quite a bit encapsulates the music that she chose to skate to for both her short and her free skate.
Her short program is To New Rules by Dua Lipa. It's so chaotic. There's so much finger
going on.
pointing, open-mouthed finger pointing. And when Dua Lipa says, 1, don't pick up the phone, you know, he's only calling.
She's picking up the phone.
She's picking up the phone.
And when Dua Lipa says 2, she's chucking up that peace sign.
She really made sure that we knew that Dua Lipa was saying 2. Second point, folks.
But I made a note that I think that Sofia would do really well on lip sync battle with Olivia Smart and Gleb Smolkin.
Oh my goodness.
Because she was mouthing all them words.
Oh my goodness. So funny. Anyways, there was a lot going on here. She gets 0 height on her jumps. Like, I knew, but I was very strongly reminded here.
Every time she steps out on the ice, I'm like, I forget that you do not jump off the ice. And
the GOEs, I think that's, again, reflected in the GOEs because her GOEs are just not great on all of her elements.
Yes. I mean, this is an interesting program, not only because she's getting to Dua Lipa, but also the step sequence part, I feel like it needs to be more upbeat. Like, there was this, remix coming in, and I was really ready for a Let Me Think About It by Adam Rippon.
It did not happen.
It didn't happen. There's dubstep beats going on.
She put way too much energy in picking up the phone. A reminder to everyone to never pick up the phone in the middle of your short program, no matter how much Dua Lipa. Actually, Dua Lipa's telling you not to do so. So
yeah. But she felt like everybody needed to know through, the gesturing as well as the lip syncing, just in case, you could lip read. She needs to skate a ton faster, though. A lot
true.
faster.
It is true.
But it was a bit sad to see her so sad after the short program.
She was very sad.
We do have to mention a moment that we both found incredibly funny, even though it probably wasn't funny. In the short program, on the Peacock stream at least, Mishan was just, the camera pans to the boards and then Mishan just pops up from under the boards like a meerkat. Yes, we know he was grabbing something that he dropped, but the way he popped up and the fact that it's Mishan.
I thought it was so funny, and my husband was just like, he just dropped something, right? I was like, you know what? No one asked you. It is hilarious.
Shush. Shut up. We love Mishan. We love him. But Sofia did a lot better in this free skate. I felt like the way she skated was much more like the Sofia Samodurova of old, the one that won Europeans. It must have been great for her confidence. There was a lot more spring, pizzazz. I don't know why I said pizzazz, but you guys know what I mean. I can't think at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning. So
I agree. She has been having a hard time lately, but the jumps definitely looked a lot better here in the free skate. And she did look happier with herself than she did in the short program. Again, having no height on her jumps definitely gets her in a lot of trouble. She did double the flip. And she was focusing on the jumps a lot. She has a big personality, but didn't show it a ton like she did in the short program. But I am a big fan of this costume. It was a very good costume.
Yes, it was this is cultural appreciation. I very much enjoyed it. Also, thank you for using the 1998 Mulan soundtrack. I appreciate that.
And not the other one.
The other one doesn't exist. The other Disney one doesn't exist. There were plenty of other non-Disney ones, For example, I think it was the 2008 Chinese Mulan. That's great.
Yes.
That's great. Also, when did Christina Aguilera enter the chat? I know I've watched this program before, but I don't know, maybe 70% of the way through, Xtina starts, singing. I'm like, really?
This is like when they use a cover for part of the Coldplay. I forget who did that in Paris. A couple of events ago, and then Chris
both.
Martin
two
just,
pairs.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, but at least there was lyrics all throughout. We're going from traditional 1998 Mulan soundtrack, and then Xtina starts singing, and I'm like, whoa, there's a lot. But if there was also more lip syncing here, Sofia, we know Sofia likes singing, but if Sofia was on The Masked Singer, what would her costume be?
Oh, that put me on the spot. I don't know. A phone.
What kind of phone would it be, though? Would it be, an iPhone? Would it be one of those old home phones that there's an antenna, or would it be
Motorola?
I feel like it should be a Motorola, like a pink Motorola.
Pink Motorola Razr.
My mom had a Motorola Razr, and I'm jealous to this day about it. Just saying.
My gosh, same. Do you remember when all of our parents got Motorola Razrs and we were like...
I was stuck with a fucking Sony Ericsson that I played phone soccer with because it was virtually indestructible. And my mom was out there with a Motorola Razr. Could never be less cool in my entire life. Anyway, moving on.
Let's talk about our 6th place finisher, Yelim Kim from Korea.
What is up with the Lutz, Yelim?
Oh, gosh.
The same thing happened at Skate America in the free skate, where she's barreling down the ice, as she normally does, and then goes into this gorgeous, huge triple Lutz and just doesn't make the landing.
Yeah, edge calls on both of her Lutzes in the free skate, and then issues with the Lutz again in the short program. Jumps were not quite as poppy and snappy as we have seen them before.
Apart from the opening triple Lutz, triple toe in the free skate, that was bam, that was on point. And I was like, thank God we finally have a landed Lutz combo. Gorgeous. The short program, I love Liebestraum. I feel like people with synesthesia would agree with this lovely green that Yelim has going on. Very, very lovely. Yes, so after the fall on the Lutz to open, obviously doesn't have a Lutz toe combo. Then she goes for the flip, only could tag on a double toe because she is so close to the boards. So an underwhelming performance from her.
She was in the boards, face first in the boards. Was there blood on her leg in the kiss and cry? Her coach was like pointing to something in the kiss and cry.
Oh, I can't really remember. Maybe. Well, let's just hope that we get a better 2 performances from her sooner rather than later, because they were just a bit, both programs were a bit under what we know she can deliver. She needs to also give a ton more face, like a lot more face.
You know who I think was feeling a lot better about her performances and had a great couple of Grand Prix is Satoko Miyahara. Again, Song for the Little Sparrow for her short program and Tosca for her free skate with some beautiful blue eyeliner for that short program.
Again, the judges didn't see the under rotations. I mean, they did, but we're pretending that it didn't exist.
Yes, I agree. She skated clean, both of her skates, and she just looks so much more confident. It's so nice to see her like this because she has been, again, struggling for a bit. I think with the coaching change that she had, her jumps were not looking steady. And even with the rotation calls here, she always struggles with rotation. She seems so much happier, and it's very nice to see her happy again.
Exactly. Skating for happiness rather than for results. Always great. Does anybody else get goosebumps? Why was that funny? I'm sorry.
I don't know. Because it's so funny in a capitalistic society.
Struth. Absolute struth. Anyone else get goosebumps or goose flesh or chicken skin, whatever you call it in your area for that short program? Like, the music is so gorgeous and Satoko just skates it so lovely. I just
so good.
I just get goose pimples, whatever. Anyway, but excuse me, judge number 1 giving Satoko-san 8s and 7.75 in PCS.
Uncalled for. Rude. No manners.
Absolutely no manners. She got 34.03 in PCS, and let me remind y'all, Sasha Trusova got 35 at Skate America. Just saying. I know don't compare across events, but still. Anyway, free program. It's Satoska time. And I stole that from somebody on Twitter. I apologize. However, it was too good.
Wow.
And literally the only woman I'll tolerate an opera program from.
It was, again, very nice to see her confident again, but really struggling with the rotation here. In the triple flip, double toe, double loop combo, both the flip and the loop were called under. And in the opening Let's Toe combo, both of them were called on the quarter, but everything else was level 4.
So who cares? Did you hear the crowd? They love her, as they should. They didn't care.
Oh my gosh, this crowd is just sparse, but peak enthusiasm.
Absolutely efficiency.
Efficiency. Can't relate. Not an efficient person. I like a good dawdle.
My existence is one whole procrastination, so my efficiency is very sporadic. Do you know who's not sporadic in her performances though, and just has been absolutely
Oh,
delightful and gorgeous and every other positive adjective you can ever imagine?
Mai Mihara from Japan, our 4th place finisher here, and as well as Skate Canada, 4th place finisher there as well.
But first place in all of our hearts, truly though. Yes, it's corny as fuck.
Very.
But it's so true. I still can't believe she skated to the Glee version of I Dreamed a Dream.
You know what? Gleek me, again, very happy, but not happy with Leah Michelle.
I was just about to say, Adina Menzel is the only one who sings that in my books. But truly, whenever Mai steps on the ice, I feel at peace. She's like meditation in the form of a skater. I can just, every, worry washes away because I'm just so in love with her. Her joy just emanates like through the TV screen or laptop screen, whatever you're watching her on.
Not at all like watching a men's event.
Oh gosh, no. Men do not make me feel at
No.
ease. Absolutely not.
No. There was a little bit of improvement in her scoring in the free skate as versus Skate Canada. Here she scored 144.49. At Skate Canada, she scored 142.12. She was clean again in both programs. Not a lot to say, just beautiful. And she was 4th at both events. I don't think it's quite enough to make the Grand Prix final, but one can only hope. Anything can happen. If it's one thing that we've learned from men, anything can happen.
Very, very true. But that's so disappointing. However, I really want to see her at the Olympics, but that also means one of our favorites is going to miss out. Why? However, we did experience these gorgeous programs at these Grand Prix events, and they're going to be online, and we can watch them over and over and over again, and we can just see how happy she is with both of these legs. And can we just make an NFT out of this program to give her just some money? I will give her money for anything. I will fund her with my $0 in my bank account.
I was like, fund her how? How are either of us going to fund her?
I have 0 funds. However, somebody who, I don't know where I'm going with this. However,
had a lot of fun.
No.
I think she had a lot of fun. Happy birthday, Loena Hendrickx. She turned 22 on November 5th. And she was definitely having a lot of fun because on her birthday, she got the gold medal in the short program.
I'm so happy for her. So happy for her. And she said after the short, I could not give myself a more beautiful present than I did today.
Oh,
I will point out that a certain woman who's well known in the skating sphere, and yes, I'm going to name her, of course, is Tatiana Tarasova. And she said, the victory of the Belgian, Loena Hendrickx is the end of the world. What place did she take in last year's European Championships? And I'm like, shut the fuck up.
wow. That's rude.
Rude as hell.
No one asked you, ma'am.
No one did ask her, but also
Truly.
she deserved this win.
Yes.
Just saying.
She was amazing. Truly.
She was crisp. She was very clean. Beautiful spin positions. She has great balance of her muscles and her posture, and you can tell that she pays attention to her biomechanics. We love a very, body-aware 22-year-old who doesn't just be like, oh, I'm a flexy teenager and I'm just going to use that to my benefit and then wake up, once I hit my 20s with crippling back problems, like both Joss and I are very familiar with.
Daniel Grossel will probably be there soon.
Oh my god. But really a great birthday skate. And we love a step sequence sold to the rafters with good speed carried throughout. So Tatiana Tarasova, you are not entitled to your wrong opinion. You were just wrong straight up.
All right, let's talk about the free skate.
I love the dress.
Yeah, it's a good dress. I'm not this program's biggest fan. However, I am Luna's biggest fan. So
True. You know what? There's a lot of music. I was trying to put down notes for what pieces of music she was skating to for her free program, and I just couldn't bother. And I just said a lot of music. I don't know.
Pull a Nathan Chen, Mozart
Pull a Nathan
medley.
Chen, Luna. Pull a Nathan Chen. But great triple lutz, triple toe to open. Look, she's so crisp and clean this competition. Very happy with her. She's only coached by her brother and when I say only, as in there's not a huge team behind her, but look what they're able to do.
Amazing stuff.
Did you also get a bit weirded out? It wasn't really weird, but I was the music at the end, like for the choreo, going into the choreo sequence, I was like, what is happening here? I don't know.
Again, not the biggest fan of this program. However, the biggest fan of Loena. So
Also, she was crying, which made me cry. And her first ISU medal.
oh my gosh.
She's the first Belgian woman to win a Grand Prix medal.
Oh my gosh. And this is a stacked field. I mean, not quite as stacked as, for example, Skate Canada, but very, very stacked.
Yes, she's the first Belgian woman to win a Grand Prix medal in only her second ever appearance. She missed all of her other appearances due to injury or cancellation for COVID and all of that. So look at her go. Look at her go.
Let's talk about our silver medalist here, Maiia Khromykh from Russia, with a very sensual short program. Well, the music was sensual. I didn't think that she quite matched the music with her emotion, but anyways.
Yeah, because she's 15. I mean, okay, I'm glad she looks more comfortable in this program. It is the second season that she's skating to it. It's still strange that we have a 15-year-old skating to this, but then again, you also have to remember that a 13-year-old Sasha Trusova was skating to Big Spender, so this is probably an improvement. I don't really know. However, she does it well. She does it well.
I need Jason Brown to sell this to me.
He can sell anything. But solo double axel to open. Lovely triple aughts with good speed going into it. The combo spins end was a little iffy. Not the hugest fan of Maia's toe technique. Well, a lot of her jumping technique is not my favorite. She's got a lot of full blade assist going on. However, we do see a lot of improvement. So well done her. For a free skate, it's to, lo and behold, Moulin Rouge.
A lot of Moulin Rouge. Please save me. Lord and Master, save us. In the words of Alexander Samarin.
Sorry, Alexander Samarin didn't enter the chat for Italy. He's only in Canada. She did, I actually don't mind this Moulin Rouge for her. Yes, it's Moulin Rouge, but I feel it's a good music vehicle for her. I feel like she enjoys it. She does well to it, so I'll tolerate it for her. But she did do a lovely quad toe, double toe to open. Again, not the biggest fan of her toe technique, but it's still okay. Another solo quad toe was good too. She does need a lot more speed throughout her programs, I feel, especially in that choreo sequence. And she had a weird mistake on the triple loop. Just like Misha Kolyada.
Yeah.
She does a quad and then is like, oh, triple loop, can't do it.
Triple loop, no, can't do one of those.
I get it, though. I get it. I've fallen on single jumps before. And I wasn't drunk. So that was an effort and a half. Okay.
Step sequence, only a level 2 here.
Aliona left the step sequence level 2 in Canada. You don't have to carry it through here, Maiia.
It was okay. However, it's a brutal fight for those Olympic spots. I'm just not sure if this will do it if she keeps performing like this. But her first Grand Prix event here, or for a senior one this season.
That's so true. I completely forgot. We've seen her so much, and I keep forgetting that it's her first season in senior.
It's true. It's true.
All right, let's move on to our gold medalist, shall we? And that is the lovely Anna Shcherbakova.
Oh, with a very bright orange costume.
Yes, it's very, very bright. Her short program music, I do think like more earthy colors and the orange suit the music, but this is still quite bright, and I'm really not sure about all the stuff going on in the front.
Also unsure about the overly supinated hands. Are these supposed to be vaguely ethnic? Who knows? But we'll just pretend that they're not and say that they're not because I can't do another vaguely ethnic program, folks.
You know who else can't kind of deal with Daniil Gleikengaus and all the stuff? The composer of this piece of music himself was literally like, he gave an interview because both Camila and Anna are skating to Kirill Richter's music for their short programs. He was asked to comment on them, and he literally says, "Oh, some changes have been made to the music. As far as I later learned, it was an additional arrangement on top of the music, which, as a composer, it would have been more pleasant for me to do it myself with my own musical language and symphonic means." And I was like, Daniil.
Oh,
and then he goes on and says, like, "I think we will have to work together with Daniil Gleichengaus." I'm like, oh.
Oh my goodness. Hilarious.
Bless.
Hilarious.
But Anna did skate actually not her best. She came third in the short program. And that was due to a botched planned triple Lutz triple loop that she turned into a triple Lutz double toe.
Yes, she definitely had a hard time with that combo. But with the free skate, definitely deserved gold, but a big old margin.
You know what?
Big old PCS.
PCS doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't exist.
She really does feel the Satan music, though. Very into it.
Okay, let's start with the dress color. I'm a fan. I think Master Margarita is very, a maroonish, so good on her for that. I don't know what's going on with the front of the dress. What is it with this season and the front of the dress? The back is fine though. She got a quad flip back. Congratulations. I believe
it's not the greatest.
It never was.
I mean, it's very good, but
I have issues with Anna's jump technique. However, happy for her. I do think, in my personal opinion, it was on the quarter. I do also think that it needed an edge warning, but lo and behold, it wasn't called. Ha ha ha. Are we surprised? No. But definitely got her triple combos back. Good triple flip, triple toe. Triple Lutz, triple loop was back as well in a great part of the music. I really enjoy the middle of the program where the Master Margarita soundtrack comes in. She really comes alive, and you can feel it through the performance too, which is always lovely to see. She definitely has performative qualities, so please use that, Daniil. And he did that for like a bit of the program. But then we get more Lacrimosa. You know what? I just want her. I want Anna Shcherbakova and Nathan Chen to do side-by-side Lacrimosa step sequences at the Grand Prix final gala.
Gosh. Imagine all the funeral music.
All the funeral music, but also all the virtually the same step sequence choreography for Lacrimosa. So I feel like they will do very, very well. They might score higher than the pairs. Maybe half the pairs in this event.
Oh my gosh. Well, she really enjoys it, which is
And she's putting
great.
herself back in the conversation after a bit away from a freak toe injury that she had earlier in the season. But it's lovely to see our world champion back on top of the podium. She's a lovely girl who also, upon being interviewed after this short program, the first thing she said was, "First, I would like to wish Luna a happy birthday." Before she said anything, the sweet girl was like,
Very
"I'm gonna wish
sweet.
Luna a happy birthday first." Tatiana Tarasova
Very
maybe
sweet.
learn some,
Compassion, kindness.
maybe diplomacy, all the things you should have as an adult. Just saying. That is it for our women and pairs recap. Following up, we will have our men and ice dance, so stay tuned for that.
Why do we have to bring the men into this? Why? Just keep them in their place.
We're just doing
just
ice
doing
dance
ice
next episode. Men don't exist.
All right. Well, that is it for this episode. So I am Joss, and you can come and chat with us at Let's Get Down Pod. That's LUTZ Get Down Pod on Twitter and Instagram. And if you want to work with us, please shoot us an email at letsgetdownpod@gmail.com.
I'm Claudia, and if you like this podcast and agree that we should have stopped the count with Maiia Satoko and Yelim on the podium, please leave us a review and give us some 5-star love. We would really appreciate it. Thanks y'all for listening.
Talk to you soon. Bye.